Hello, 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 and welcome to the stream. Today, we're gonna be playing some Tribe 9. Just give me one moment here. I'm posting my stream link to the Discord. So it shouldn't take much of a long time, guys. We're having a good day. We're pretty much awake. It's almost time for some farming. Let's go farming! Alright, so go over here to alright. There we go. Farming. Alright, so right over here. So we have all our cards that we want at the moment. I don't know if I want to level up Breakthrough because, like, realistically, we get it off at the end of the fight. The stamina recovery is reduced, but it's okay because I'm reducing it on Iroha and not myself. It's really not a big deal to level that one up. So the cards I do want to level though in this build are probably Coercion and Resurrected Ultimate Weapon. Because Resurrected Ultimate Weapon will give support points to everyone in the party. It's really good for Samba, it's really good for Tsuruko, really good for Yo as well. Yo doesn't get much from support points, but it's good anyway. Gives them more healing, I guess. But yeah. The build is just Kingship. Honestly, I noticed that some tension cards don't make a big difference, so I'm not running them. Especially the one that's glitched at the moment. Like, at the moment, there is a bug. There's a bug, guys. On Diligent Perusal. Diligent Perusal gives more than it should be giving, so I'm not going to be running Diligent Perusal in any build whatsoever. Hey, Shi, what's up? So yeah, we figured out that Diligent Perusal is giving more than what it should be giving. So I'm not running it in any build at this point. So we're just doing like a generic Kingship build. Would be nice if we had all the Kingship cards, but I think there's another 3-star one that we don't have. Like, we have Breakthrough, which is nice, but it's not that great, honestly. Like, you need to break twice to get Breakthrough to go off. It should be a 1 tension cost, if anything. But then it would be very, very strong. You mean giving more than it should be? It's giving twice as much damage normally. So if you have like the curse on, it's giving 3 times the damage. So it's giving a lot more. By the way, welcome in everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. Grab a drink, grab a seat, enjoy the show. We're just gonna be farming some brave drivers because they're brave enough to face us. There we go. Whoops, I accidentally did an attack there. He should be stunned again soon. So there we go, we use Breakthrough. Everyone should have mad support points at this point. I'm gonna ult. It's gonna give me a little bit more break. Give me a break. Break. Darn it. So this fight's still fun. I like doing this fight slowly because you get to learn the patterns a little bit more. You get to have a little bit more fun with the boss. I don't really like doing the fight quickly. It's a little bit boring, a little bit monotonous, repetitive. Like at least when I'm doing it slowly, I'm having a good time. Maybe they mess up the card description and not the numbers on the card. I think it's the numbers. That's to my understanding what it was. So since it's getting nerfed, I don't really want to use it because I don't want to get used to the damage. I'm thinking of making this build more Yo-centric. Here we're gonna dodge. Oh, I had to dodge there. That was my bad. And there we go. That's a very dead Brave Diver. It still doesn't take that long to kill them, which is good. Like it's not too slow. It's not too fast. Nice. It's a nice kill time. I feel like competition isn't doing much for us, really. Like unless we had more ways of generating kingship or a higher level competition, it's not doing much for us realistically. So let's get rid of competition and replace it with something else. The other card that's not doing much, like Breakthrough is doing something. It's just because the fight's not long enough, Breakthrough is not great. Breakthrough should probably be reduced to a 1 tension needed. Because in order to have 2 tension whilst breaking, you need to have 2 tension prior. Like 10 stacks of kingship is strong, but for now with the content that we currently have, Breakthrough is a little bit useless. Like from what I've just tested, it's not very good. Not very good at all. There's also a new survey right now that gives 1 pull when you finish, by the way, if anyone still didn't know. Yeah, that's true. I already did that one. Personally, it was in the announcement. So we're gonna get rid of Breakthrough because Breakthrough's not very good. And also like this one's okay, but without Breakthrough, no one's getting the buff except for Yo. Unless we go and focus on Yo damage a little bit. If we give Yo damage, this is okay. So we're gonna go for more of a Yo-centric build, I guess. So let's get rid of this card here. Let's give Yo some damage. The kill time is gonna be definitely faster if we do that. And we're gonna keep this card because we're still getting some kingship stacks. We're still giving support points to Semba and everyone else. It's just nice. It's a nice little support point buff. Or maybe control. If we lean into control, we can go for the shark card, but that's not what I want to. What do we have so far? Some ones. I kind of want more ones because that way I can ult with Yo at EX and still have the effect of the 1 cost. So I can maybe get a 3rd break in. Hello everybody, bonjour, bonsoir, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you are all doing well. Personally, not. If You're sick at the moment, Ren? Dang. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear. I hope you get better soon. Let's see. Do we want to put control in the build? If we put control, we put this card and the shark card, maybe. Or maybe even... Where's the control card? Oh, the other control card is under command, which is also control related. I could run the command card. That gives us like a little bit of crit. It's flu season everywhere in the world. Get well soon. Yeah. I guess it is flu season. That makes sense. See what else we can run. Maybe disorder. If we run disorder, we're running this. Increase counter when counterattacking successfully 1 stack of disorder. Let's see what disorder does exactly. While under disorder, when party members take damage or perfect counterattack, grant all members 1 stack. Increase own attack points by 1%. Increase own crit rate. Maximum 50 stacks. 10 stacks is 5%. 50 stacks would be 25% crit rate. 25% crit rate. Wait, am I calculating this correctly? If you have 50 stacks of disorder, that's 25% crit rate. And it increases our strategy skill multiplier. This would give us strategy skill damage as well as more strategy skill damage based on our disorder. We can go for disorder. Yeah. Did you figure out what's the best tension cards to run with Kazuki? With Kazuki, if you're having, it depends on what you want to use them for, really. But I figured out a build. I can show it real quick. I'll just put the tension cards on. So yeah, we'll probably run Kingship and Disorder with Yo. But, gonna go down here. I figured out that well, my favorite build with Kazuki would probably be like Shark card. If you have him like tier 3. If you don't have tier 3 Kazuki, I don't know if I'd run the Shark card. But it's really worth it with tier 3. Oh, Shark card, Blaze Dance. Because when you have him at Ascension, like not Ascension, what is it called again? Oh my god! It makes me mad when I forget certain terminology temporarily. So these cards, so like this card and the Shark card make it so the Shark card always procs. If you have his third Ascension? Like his a third copy of Kazuki over the first one, so his 4th copy, you will basically have infinite memory. I forgot what it's called. I absolutely forgot what the Ascensions are called, what the Constellations are called, what the character copies are called, because it's so weird. Oh my gosh. It's such a weird way to call it that I forgot it. I absolutely forgot it. I'm gonna go take a look at what it's called. Transcendence. Transcendence. So if you have his 3rd Transcendence, I'd recommend running the Detonator and Power Harassment combo. Dupes. Yeah. I don't know. I can call it Transcendence. It's just annoying that I forgot. It's a little bit annoying, a little bit of a pain. It's okay though. So yeah, you want to run this if you have 3 dupes, or if you're at Transcendence 3. And then the 2 last cards can just be Unity and like if I'm gonna go lazy, I'd go Unity, because You could technically go with battle tactics and diligent perusal, but that doesn't help that much, honestly, because diligent perusal will get nerfed. So maybe going for secondary attack damage, so going for doubling down on the secondary attacks, so like tearing flash, and let's see here. And this, so this way, like the tearing flash miserable combo is basically you get limit points, which gives you reconstruct, which further increases your secondary attack damage multiplier when you use secondary attack damage, when you use the secondary attacks. So you're spamming your secondary a lot. So you're getting procs of Blade's Dance, you're getting procs of Tearing Flash, you're getting procs of Miserable. You're proccing each and every one of these cards. You're breaking often, so you're getting control quite often, which then activates Detonator. And if you're running like AG in your party, which helps a lot with this build because he has a little bit of tension generation, it'll help you not basically immediately get rid of your tension. You kind of need to run like Suki and AG for the build to work at its best. So Tsuki and EG need to be like kind of EX for the build to really like run well. But it looks like when you have it done, I'm gonna show it to you. I'll just do a demonstration of it. Let's get rid of Samba in the party and Yo. So we're gonna put AG and Yo spot. And it's not like it's not a strong build because it's not an instant kill build. So even if it's like hard to pull off, it is what it is. Is that I wanted to see my friend in the mall, but sadly he stay in the very last minute that I can't. Ooh, that's rough. But that's okay. Like just rest well. Like take naps if you need to, or just like lay in bed, watch some YouTube. Like do something simple. Don't overstrain yourself. Don't overwork yourself. That's what I have to say about that. So we're gonna put AG on support duty. So let's just do that. So it's gonna showcase only Kazuki's damage. This build is very greedy for Kazuki. It's not a very like without AG and Iroha it doesn't work that well, to be honest. Any build will work as you know, we're just running random stuff together. Yeah, this build is good, but it's not like it's hard to put together, it's hard to pull off properly. That's all I have to say about it. So just gonna go find our compatibles at work. So Kazuki, we're just building him for pure damage, because that's how we want him built for this build. So we're gonna take the Panemons that are on Gotanda right now. But honestly, like, if you want to have Kazuki in a team, it's probably better to just go for the support build. It's less greedy. You don't need as much setup for it than this one, but this build, when you have it set up, is really nice and it feels good. Like, it feels good even though it's not top tier. Take this here. Now we have the right Compatimons equipped. We need to go to AG, do the same thing. So you want to go mostly for Fighting Instinct when you're running this. You don't really need Expansion 2 because you have infinite memory. Support build Kingship and HP gear. Yeah, maybe Kingship, yeah. That wouldn't be that bad. The gear for support build Kazuki, I'd still give him like maybe crit rate and crit damage and attack. Just so he does a little bit of damage as well. But the Kingship would be nice. Hey Sora, what's up? By the way, welcome in everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever time it is for you guys. Take a drink, take a seat, relax, enjoy the show. We're just currently showcasing this Kazuki build because it's fun. Like I've showcased it so many times already, but I really enjoy it personally. Oh, we have an extra constellation. Let's go get it. When Munier's power is executed. So that's his ultimate. Yeah, I don't really care for that one. I never use his ultimate, so it is what it is. In your opinion, what's the best tension card for prioritizing leveling first? Like 10 for first 10 or so? That's hard to tell. It depends on what you use. Really? Pretty sure I'm leveling the wrong cards. Anything that's not defensive is good to level first. But that's just my opinion. It's because defensive cards are kind of useless right now. Like I don't use healer. Like you can outskill. It's a skill issue if you use defensive cards, if anything. And I know that that's my opinion, and it's just my opinion. Don't worry about it. If you use defensive cards, don't feel offended. It's just I don't like them. I really don't like defensive cards right now. They're not in a good spot when it comes to like wanting to do stuff. Unless you're like using them to enable an offensive card. Like if you're using unbending to enable a card or something, it's not that bad, but otherwise it's pretty bad. So let's get rid of this here. Let's replace it for a support related Patamon. Man, I hate swapping out my Patamons. It's so annoying. Holy. I will forever be annoyed when I'm doing this. So we're just gonna put support 4 on every Patamon. I don't really care what is on it other than support 4. Because AG does nothing anyway. But 4 plus is good. 4 and support. Okay, there we go. Like AG just stands around and is a cheerleader in this build. No, it's okay. So what you want to do is you stay in AG's circle so that you generate a little bit of tension when you're attacking. Still reasonable running defense cards inside Fractal Vice, but outside it's just skill issue. Yeah, kind of. I don't know, like, level up the cards you want to level first, like, level up the ones that feel good for you. I wouldn't say there are, like, best ones at the moment. There are okay cards to level, and there are cards you shouldn't level. Like, there are cards that are just plain bad. Like, I can go through them and go like, yep, nope, you know what I mean? But it's not going to be the same, like, my opinion isn't the same as someone else's opinion on cards, so it's not the same, you know? Alright, sorry to leaving this stream, but I need to sleep. Thanks anyway for this stream. Alright, Ren. Well, thanks for dropping by and have a good rest. Like I said, like, if you need to rest, rest. And that's what matters. You'll eventually get better. Okay. Yeah, let's go through them. I'm gonna say yes and no. Yes means yes level. No means probably don't level it. Unless you need it for a build or something. I don't know. Probably a bad card though. So yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. No. This one's definite no, like never level hard catch. Never level hard catch, guys, okay? Hard catch is absolutely garbage. That's why I'm asking for your opinion. That's a 350 plus stream. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know jack shit. But never level hard catch. This one's also a trap. Never level save deploy. I've known people who have leveled save deploy. It's terrible. This one's terrible. This one's defensive. Like I said, I don't like defensive cards, so it's terrible. It's not good. This one's terrible. This one's okay. I don't know who it's good on. Maybe. Right now the ways of getting disorder. with the ways of getting disorder stacks. Honestly, this could be good. This could be good. Level it maybe, but not like it's not a priority for sure. It's like a definitely something you level last. This one you need unbending for it to get its full effect. Getting unbending's weird. It requires granting shields until you get unbending in another way. Maybe don't level it yet. Star Actor is pretty easy to get. Honestly, I could run this with like with Kazuki as a support-ish as my controlled character. So yeah, I'd say level it if you need it. But again, it's not a necessary thing. It's like kind of a last on the list thing. Like the shoe rats aren't that great. Primary attack damage, curse, primary attack damage. This one's kind of garbage because it's primary attack. No one uses their primary attack as their primary source of damage. No one. So, when taking damage, except for Oi, Minami Oi uses her primary attack as a primary source of damage, but if you're using Curse, you're debuffing your primary attack damage, so it's kind of stupid. Like, it's a dumb card. It's a very dumb card. This card, grant one, like, small blessing, when taking damage from an enemy, grant oneself an effect that will work. No. 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 No, 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 no. Big no. When operating character takes damage, reduce damage taken by 18%, consume tension by 40. This consumes tension still for good reason. No. Thrill? No, no thank you. No thank you, Thrill. When taking damage from an enemy, increase defense points by 6% for 10 seconds. This is a no. Increase chain skill damage multiplier when successfully under attacking. This is okay. This is okay. It's like, let's do this is an okay card. But it's a 2 tension card. You need to get to 2 tension first to get it online. Remember that. So you have, it's only on your subsequent chain skill damage. Until the fights are longer and harder, I'd kind of skip on it. It's not something I'd level. Increase grant recovery effect by 2.4%. No. Just no. Increase the evasion distance. No. Skip. When executing perfect evasion, increase defense points. No, you're not doing perfect evasion most of the time. You want to counter. This is bad. When the operating character executes a counter attack, successfully increase their critical rate. At 2 tension, again, because it's 2 tension, it's a little bit hard to get to. The fights aren't long enough, so no. This card is not great. You won't see its effect go off much. And it's for a 2 tension effect, it's not that great. When attack hits, increase defense points by 10. Nope. So this one, again, it's because it's mostly 2 tension. Like when you're early on in the game, you don't have that like Iroha tension boost. So realistically, when you get this effect off, it's really late in the fight. Unless you're like doing 3-minute fights, this isn't very good. So no. When stamina is consumed, increase moving speed. No, 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 no. Anything, nah, movement speed, kinda useless. No. Increase the duration of attention at 1 tension. This, I would level. Actually, I would level this card if I had a tank in my party and I didn't want to get attention ever. I would level it if I had like Roku in the party. Otherwise, no. So most of the time, no, unless you have Roku in your party and you don't want attention ever. Because this will help you achieve that goal of not having attention on you. But that's a very like weird strategy in my opinion. It's very weird. Because that means that you're never going to learn to counter. You're never going to learn to play the game the way that it probably should be played, because you break a lot faster when you counter. I'm sorry, but this game is meant to be played in a certain way, in my opinion. if you're not playing using counters, you're missing out on a lot of break. And I know that that's like elitist of me to say that, so I apologize. But you're missing out on so much break value. So if you are using this card and you're using Saigo, I'd say a little bit of a skill issue. A little bit of a skill issue. When attack hits, recover by 6 0 points. No, this is bad. When operating character evasion or perfect evasion, recover your operating character's stamina. This could be good in a very niche strategy, or if there were cards that like consumed way more stamina. Even the cards that do consume stamina, like let's say All Out, don't require you to use this card, so it's not required. Unless you're running like nah, right now there are no cards that really require this card to be enabled, so no. When HP is lower than 30%, increase defense points for 20 seconds. Skill issue card, so probably don't level it unless you have skill issues. When HP is higher than 90%, increase defense point by 5. Again, this is a skill issue card to some degree, but it's also not, because when you get hit, you'll lose the bonus. It's not great. And it's 1 tension. If it was 0 tension, it would be a little bit better, but it's not something I'd level. Any mail that can't break has more to worry about than skill issue. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like, when I say skill issue, I don't mean to, like, demean people. I just mean to say that, like, you need to practice and get better. You can't rely on these defensive cards. You just have to practice and get better at the game, because unfortunately it will just get harder. It will just get harder. And you will find it very boring when your fights last too long because you don't have the right tension cards. When an ultimate skill is executed, decrease enemy's tension. This is interesting, but it's a no for me. I do not like this skill. Like, you don't use ultimate skills often if you're using tension cards to their fullest extent. Unless you're going for ultimate skills build. Like, sometimes you're going for a build that boosts just your ultimate skill damage, then and you're just trying to burst down an enemy. But when you're doing that, like, the fights are so short, and it doesn't like the tension decrease doesn't matter. So if you're going for that ultimate skill build, usually you won't be needing this at all. Like, it's just a dead card, so no. Beyond Death, no. Beyond Death, no. So these cards are just traps, honestly. Like, you would think that you could Beyond Death more than once, but if you read the effect of Beyond Death, as soon as you do it once, you can't do it anymore. So it's not very good to have like multiple of them or even one of them. When a primary secondary hits, increase primary secondary attack multiplier. This is okay. Attention to it's a little bit high, so you need like Iroha in your party. It's okay with Kazuki DPS, but it's not like BIS. It's not best in slot at all. Like, if I were to replace like my shark card, and my control card, I could put this in there and get more secondary damage multiplier. It's not like best in slot at all. It's just like a flex card at this point. So yeah, it can be used. It's not a priority. I wouldn't prioritize leveling it, so maybe. Like, the maybe cards I would level last for sure. The no cards I probably would never level. But that's just my opinion. If someone likes to be defensive or likes like to do weird builds, it's whatever. Free to play option. Yeah, it's a free to play option for sure. I'm sure there are like 3-star cards that would outperform it to some extent. I'm not going through cards I don't have yet. I could go through all the 3-star cards afterwards, honestly. Like, I could go to the shop and just go through the 3-star cards. But I'm missing pretty much all of them. When a character grants a buff, extend its duration by 4%. This is just bad. Right now there aren't that many characters that grant buffs. Only Mita does, and Very negligible, honestly. Like, I feel like Mita's buff is negligible. Until they add a better buffer that's more significant, I think it's a no. When the operating character successfully executes counterattack, recover HP. This is a no. EX? No, no thank you. Moi moi Kyun? No. Okay, when a secondary attack hits, increase strategy skill multiplier by 2.4% scaling, and increase ultimate damage multiplier by 1.2% scaling. When a secondary attacks hits an enemy granted charm, there will be 2-time effectiveness. In order to grant charm, you need to debuff the enemy, so you need like Geo on the party or Mita. If you're running Mita, you won't be using this. If you're running Geo, you might want to use this. I'm not sure. But it's very, very specific. I'd say maybe. This card is a definite maybe. Maybe if you need it in a certain strategy for whatever godforsaken reason. Most of the time, no. For some cards are the upcoming characters. Yeah, some cards are for upcoming characters. For sure. When attacking with a strategy skill, decrease the enemy's defense points and then deliver the attack. A strategy skill hits the enemy, granted charm 2 times. This is interesting. Again, with Geo. With Geo, this is interesting and this is interesting. This is more interesting because you can further decrease their defense. You know, with Geo. But it's so character specific that I'd say it's not a must level, it's more of a maybe if you have Geo. Increase grant recovery if no, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Again, this one's interesting. When you hit 20 times, recover stamina. This is interesting with like T3 Kazuki because when you hit 20 times, if you have a way of having more additional attacks, you can recover a lot of stamina. Infinite stamina? Question mark? Infinite stamina? Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, with spam. Like, I could run this card, and I could have more stamina recovery if I leveled it up. It would give me infinite stamina and infinite memory. So like with the Kazuki build, I could slot it in if I wanted to sacrifice some damage, which I can do. And then I could be running easily the additional damage from like we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna run it, but it's a very niche strat that I just kind of saw happening. Like running that and let's see here. Where is it? Where is the other one? Where is our all out card? So running this with all out, we probably still have infinite stamina when we have the right amount of tension. So we can spam harder. Technically. Technically we can spam harder, but we're still getting attacked, so it is what it is. But we should have infinite stamina. It's for funny builds. I'd say it's mostly a no. Most of the time, that's a no. But in this build, I think it would be funny, so I'm gonna try it for fun. Not because it's good. When the operating character executes counterattack, increase moving speed. No. Moving speed is useless right now. There's no cards that scale off of your moving speed. Until there's a character that's better with movement speed or a card that scales off of movement speed, these cards will be kind of useless. Strategy skill hits, increase strategy skill. This one's really good. Even though it requires 2 tension, it's really good. I would level this card because it's one of the disorder enablers. I think it's one of the only disorder enablers right now. And it's quite easy to get disorder stacks when you counterattack. Disorder is a pretty good buff. It gives you up to 25% crit rate. In long fights, it's even better. This is good if your fights are like 3 minutes long. And later on, like the fights will get longer, I'd imagine. So I'd say level this card, but don't prioritize it. So I'd say yeah, but it's also a maybe. It's between yeah and maybe. It's kind of like maybe yeah, I guess. Um, when a secondary attack hits, increase secondary attack multiplier. When granted limit point or reconstruct, increase secondary attack multiplier. This is good. Again, with the build we're doing, since we are already running reconstruct, if we weren't running additional attacks and stuff like that, like if we weren't running the shark card and the control card, this might be added into our build. Because we are running, like, we were running reconstruct and secondary attack damage earlier. So it is good, but it's not great. It's very, 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 very niche, kind of a flex card. Um, easily a yeah, probably not. Probably not a card I'd level. Alright, this one. Increase attack points when strategy skills hits and replaces attention with hegemony EX. No. No, it's EX. It's a little bit too high of a cost for that effect. Until the fights are longer, I'd hold off on leveling this card. Super play, when primary attack hits, increase primary attack damage multiplier. That's kind of useless, but when a character grants a buff, grants kingship. So when characters can buff more easily, if there's a character that actually has a buff on a button and that you can use over and over again, that would be very nice. That would be a very good card. Otherwise, I'd hold off on it until I have that character. Increase defense point by 1.2% when taking damage from an enemy. Grant all members disorder. This is good in like Saigo strategies, like Roku defensive strategies, but otherwise no. Um, Noblesse Oblige when character grants a buff. Again, it's it's kind of eh. Noblesse Obligation is good on like AG only. Because if we read the effect, I think when those characters attack with that buff, you get 1 stack of Noblesse Oblige. It's also good with Mita a little bit, but AG has like a consistent buff that you can use. So, yeah, AG, maybe. And I've never seen that attack go off, guys. Like, I've never seen the 150 action damage attack go off. But it is what it is. Primary attack hits, increased attack speed, attention replaced by hegemony. Maybe on like Roku it would be good to have a little bit of attack speed, but even at that it's kind of negligible. So no. Increase primary and secondary attack damage multiplier when strategy skill hits. If the target is granted attention, replace it with hegemony. I don't see this being good, so no. The other hegemony card is just better. The frog looking one, like this one's better because it's 0. If you want hegemony in your build. So those cards are not to be leveled for now. When primary attack hits with debuffs granted by character's action, grants charm. This is the charm enabler. So let's say you're running Geo, it might be good. Otherwise it's a no. Most of the time I wouldn't level this card. Unless I have Geo, I'm Geo-less. When strategy skill hits an enemy with debuffs granted by character's action. Again, these are very geo-coded. There's no other character that does it. Well, strategy, debuff, Mita. Mita can do it. Mita can grant charm. So Mita can grant charm. Let's say what else you can do with charm. I kind of forgot. So Mita can do the charm thing. Mita can do the funny defense reduction thing. Pretty interesting for that reason. Mita and Geo can work with it. So really, realistically, like if I was running Mita, I'd probably also want to test out Go1 better. Because Mita, like, not many people can defense reduce, and it'd be interesting to see like what the difference is when you do that. Like if there's an enemy with very high defense or something. So it could be interesting. It could be like an interesting interaction. I never really thought of that because I know that Mita has that debuff on his strategy skill. So anyway, it's very, very niche. I wouldn't level it unless I wanted to test that out. Let's see. Cross counter. This is another stamina recovery card. It's okay. It's okay. Like with all out, it's kind of okay. Um, but it's not necessary. I'd give it a probably not. Probably not level this card, like unless you're planning on using it with all out because you want that stamina recovery. Likely to lose balance due to enemy attacks. Less likely when taking damage from an enemy based on stacks of reconstruct. Increase defense points by blah blah blah. And then take the damage. This is whatever. What's good? I'll be online later on because I'm waiting for the reset chest on the 24th city. Ooh, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. I'm just chilling, Dark Assassin. We're going through the cards. I'm basically saying which ones I'd level, which ones I wouldn't. And this card is a card I wouldn't level because it's definitely a defensive card. It's not something I'm interested in. And like losing balance due to enemy attacks is kind of weird. It means you get hit. It means you have a skill issue. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, I do get hit often. I do get hit often. I get thrown off balance, but I don't mind getting thrown off balance, so it's okay. When a party member other than the operating character takes damage, increase operating character's attack points. This is okay. So the way you'd use this is you'd use like either, well, honestly, Roku as a tank, and then you'd get your attack boofed. So Gem of Flames is a gem in the rough. It's a pretty good card, although it is tension 2, so you need like Iroha in the party, or you're gonna have a hard time getting to tension 2 in the first place. But once you get it online, it's pretty good. Shark tension card yet? Yeah, it's pretty alright. The shark tension card is just for our build. Like we're going for infinite stamina and infinite memory build because it's funny on Kazuki. That's why I have those cards right now equipped. Posted a sneak peek of the rhythm game. It looks like Muse Dash but 3D. Ooh, interesting, Sora. That's good to know. Good to know. We can also ascend the card. Ooh, that's goated. That's actually jagoated. So this card, increase support points by 3 based on kingship stacks, further increase support points. This is a really good support point card. I'd say it's a yeah, like go ahead and level it if you plan on using kingship ever. It's pretty staple in the kingship build, in my opinion. But I mean, if you don't want the support points, then don't level it. It's not like super useful otherwise, you know? Because it does what it does and it doesn't do what it doesn't do, you know? Increased critical rate. This will be good when there will be a character that's a DPS that can buff. If there's ever a character that can buff that's also a DPS, like a DPS buffer hybrid, this card will be really good. Otherwise, it's a no for me. Action damage, increase of the targeting direction. Yeah, I know that much. I know that Diligent Perusal is getting nerfed. Things to hold on to is getting buffed, and Unbending, Rebellious Spirit. I'm not sure what the Unbending effect does differently, so I'm not sure if that's a buff or nerf, the third one. I just thought this was important. Yeah, I was aware of that. But maybe some other people in the chat weren't. That's why I'm not using Diligent Perusal anymore in any of my builds, because I don't see the point of using a card that's getting nerfed. Decrease the enemy's attack points by 2.85%. Further decrease. This is good if you're going for like a defensive build, but I'd say for me, like every single defensive card is a no-go. This is also EX, so it's a little bit hard to get off. So no. Unpredictable Bomber Girl's pretty good, but it's EX, so you won't get it off that often. It's a no. It's a no key. This one, unyielding negotiation skill. This one's pretty good. But it's not that great. Like, it increases secondary attack and primary attack. It's kind of okay. I'd skip on it though. So honestly, most of the cards I wouldn't level. Like, now that I think about it, most of the cards I probably wouldn't level unless I'm going for a very, very specific build. So like, I wouldn't recommend leveling most of the cards unless you're building for a specific thing and you need them leveled. When an operating character executes a chain skill, the next character executing their chain skill will recover maximum HP. For the character receiving the HP recovery effect, increase their support points for 15 seconds. I didn't see the second clause here, the scaling support point increase. Honestly, this card's kind of good. Hello, quick question. I just noticed the attention don't work on Fractal Vice bosses, right? They should. Attention should work on bosses in general. But I'm not sure now. I'm not sure now, Vim. But it should work. BP card goated. Yeah, the Battle Pass card is actually pretty good. The Battle Pass card gives a decent amount of support points for a decent amount of time. And you have time to like chain skill again, probably if you're using a good breaker within the 15 seconds, so it's constant support points. It's one tension when the operating character executes a chain skill, the next character. So you need to chain skill with an operating character, and okay, so Sembo would have to be the last on the chain. You'd have to chain skill first, and then that would be very good. My hand moves on its own to buy BP. It's not that great, guys. It's not good enough. It doesn't warrant buying the battle pass. Oh my gosh. It's just better than I thought it was. It's good on Semba mostly. Because you want to increase Semba's support points. So you do like something Semba and then someone else, and then you'd have like a good support point base. But otherwise, it's not that great, guys. Like, don't move your hands. Don't buy the battle pass for this card. I swear, I will slap you. I'll give you a little slap on the wrist. The costumes, yeah, the costumes are nice. Honestly, buy it for the costumes, not the card. The card's okay. Like, I would level it, but it's because I want to use Senbai in certain builds and I want to test it out, not because it's very, very good. Croesus. When reaching the maximum stack of Noblesse Obligation, grant a shield. No. No. That's a no. But yeah, Vim, back to your question. I just don't know if attention works now that you say that, but it should work. Like, bosses should have attention towards your tanks most of the time. If they have attention towards you from time to time, it's because the attention ran out. That's just my opinion. If they have attention on you like all the time, then I'm just wrong and attention doesn't work. And that's okay. Even if you said yes to Croesus, I wouldn't level the card because of the art. Yeah, the art is a little bit bad. Like, Koishi doesn't deserve to be treated like that, you know? We're doing Koishi dirty in this card. When granted the recovery, grant the recovery, clinical. So, honestly, simulation, yes, because clinical is a very important part of another build. It's a way to enable ultimate skill damage build, so it's a yes. So it's an enabler of clinical. It's the only clinical enabler. It's worth leveling for sure. Just for other clinical cards in the future as well. Just kind of good. Lebenstrieb, leveling it up is useless, actually. Claim that god. You're online. What's up, Miguel? How are you today? How's everyone? I hope you all are doing great. Just grab a drink, relax, enjoy the show. Have simulation at 30, thank God. Yeah, you don't need to get it higher than that, I don't think. Like, simulation is good enough at 30, I think. There is something I was so confused. Hmm? But yeah, the Kingship Stab game is always one, like it's static on this card, so Lebensstrieb, you don't need to level it up at all ever. I got it to level 10 because I'm stupid. This card is worth leveling. Ace Vision. Honestly, it's only usable in like strategies where you want that time slow effect, maybe with Inoki. Uh, getting it to the highest level might make it so the slowdown time gives you time to actually do something. I don't know. I don't have any level 50 tension cards, Snark. It's too much. I would get a tension card to level 40, but not 50 right now. But yeah, honestly, Ace Vision is not that great. Feels bad, like Shun's on it. We love Shun, but too bad Ace Vision isn't great. So I want to ask you, is he a tank or DPS? Ascending my cast to rank 5 and level 45. I know I'm working on Gondama? Who's Gondama? Do you mean Gotanda? Yeah, I don't know a Gondama character, so I don't know. Oh, okay, Gotanda. Okay, okay. So, Gotanda is DPS. He's not a tank. He may get percent HP, but he's most definitely not a tank. Um, when operate like this one, Diligent Perusal right now, like just reading the stats as is okay. It's getting nerfed. The numbers are gonna stay the same. The nerf is like because the actual numbers that it was pumping out was wrong, but the numbers will stay the same. It's kind of negligible. I don't think you need it in most situations. Honestly, it's not that great. Devs decide to make him scale with HP, then attack in the Ascension XP. Ask the devs. Ask the devs, Miguel. Not me. I'm not the right person to ask for that. Make a support ticket. Be like, why is Gotanda scaling off of HP when he's supposed to be somewhat of a DPS? Because he's definitely not a tank. I don't know why he scales off of HP. He's a ranged DPS. When chain skills this one's terrible. Breakthrough is actually factually terrible. Until we have like way longer fights, breakthrough is never useful. Right now because the fights are so short, even when you get to 2 tension, you don't get this card effect off. So you need to get to like 3 tension in order to get this card effect off. It's really bad. Really bad. It's actually one of the most terrible 3-star cards. It's very dog water. Until we get longer fights, this card will be useless. I guarantee it. You don't need to level it. The only characters that does skill of attack are Yo, Koishi, Mew, and Inoki. Yeah. It is what it is. Like, it still scales. Like, the Gotanda still does well with attack. It's just he doesn't have the attack skilling on his character. I don't know why they didn't make it that way. It is what it is. Increased counter. So this one's a no. It's just another Beyond Death card that's not as good as Ferocity. Decrease counterattack damage multiplier by a percentage towards enemies under control. Increase counter. So this one's okay. Like if you're looking for extra counterattack damage in your build and it's only 1 tension, it's pretty easy to get off. This one's okay to get. It's not something I'd prioritize leveling, so it's kind of a no, but it's also not that bad, so it's a maybe. When one self-granted kingship, increased crit rate. So this is good in kingship builds if you're looking to greed with kingship. Although it's a 2 tension needed to activate, so it's a little bit hard to activate. Most of the time, no. So I wouldn't prioritize leveling it. Coercion. This is also a greedy kingship build type card. Eh. Like these two cards I would use if I wanted to, if my main character was my DPS and I was getting kingship on him with like Lebenstrieb. So they're okay. They're actually okay. But they're not that great. Genshin vocabulary takeover. Just pray that the RNG gods get a good set of artifacts on him. Yeah, you'll see. Honestly, it is what it is. Like, sometimes you just don't get good Compatamons, but sometimes you get pretty good ones. It's pretty random. Your kingship is pretty bad as a buff right now. It's not that bad, but it's not that great, Narc. It's not that great. Good on some build cards, yeah. Like, if you're using Coercion and Smash and Kingship, like this Kingship generator, it's a pretty good card combo. But there are better options for sure. Like, I'm not saying they're BIS, I'm not saying they're best in slot, but they're an option. They're there, they exist, they're pretty nice, I guess. When strategy skill hits, increase strategy skill damage multiplier. When under unity, further increase damage multiplier. So this card's good if you're like using your strategy skill a lot. I'd say like especially on Q DPS when you have unity, it's quite good. Q DPS with this card is pretty goated. Piping Hot is kind of good with Q. Um, again, it's very specific. Other than Q, I don't know if anyone uses their strategy skill enough. Maybe Yo DPS, but it's whatever. Also, my mind makes me see these tension cards as light cones from HSR. Fair, fair. But yeah, these this one's kind of mid because it's so specific to either using Q or Yo or maybe Semba as well. I don't know any other characters that really use tension to or really use their strategy skill that much. I can't think of another character right now. Oh right, Inoki. Inoki. So it's good on multiple characters. I'd probably level Piping Hot. Don't insult my man Q, he's my favorite and I have him see. I didn't insult him. Q DPS as afraid feels bad already. It's not bad, it's actually okay. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It does a decent amount of damage. I mean, okay, fair. So, increase critical damage multiplier by 1.6. So this is like the staple I'm dying card, and I want to revive once, just so I can maybe win. This is good. This is not a card I would level much, because it doesn't give that much, like, it has value at level 1 anyway. So you don't need to level it. Strike Zone is the same thing. It has value at level 1. You don't need to level it. Maximization when counterattack successfully get control. I would level it a little bit, but not too much. So level 20, 30-ish is good enough. When a parent character grants a shield, grant that character kingship 2 tension. This is weird, honestly, because no characters grant shields that often. Lebenstrieb is just strictly better. So I would not level this card. If I were to use it, I wouldn't need to level it anyway. Because I'd only be using it for the kingship when the character grants a shield. The primary attack damage multiplier doesn't help much. It helps on Minami Oi only. It is what it is. I don't know how to select a DM here in chat. Oh, fair. I don't know how the DMs work either in the chat. FT3Q and I hate him. Go take him. My SZ. Your strike zone is at 40. Yeah, that's okay. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it gives you a little bit more multiplier. It's just the multiplier is very negligible. Bombard is my favorite card because I use Mew. Yeah, if you use Mew, Bombard's pretty goated. Yeah, it's alright. You just need to @ someone. Like you press @ and then you type in their name. I need more hold attacks until units like Gotanda because I have All Out TC leveled up and I think he can use it effectively. Yeah, All Out can. I think All Out works the whole time when you use held attacks, but I'm not sure. Narc. I'd have to test that out. If it's only the initial hit, then it's not that great. If it's every subsequent hit, then it's pretty good. And Iroha, the Iroha card, I don't like it personally, but if you want to get hit on purpose to buff your strategy skill, then it's not bad. If you have someone who can heal consistently, and you're just like, okay, I'll take a hit, I'll get my strategy skill up. It's okay. It's not bad. But you're also getting the enemy's tension up when you're doing that, so there's something to take into consideration when you're doing that strategy. This strategy skill limit point, yes. Because getting limit points like either through strategy or secondary is good. These two cards are some cards that I would level up, just not to the max because you don't need, like if you're spamming it, you don't need more than like 10 to 15 seconds of limit point activation, you know? It doesn't even activate if you parry it because it's to take a hit. I think if you parry it doesn't activate. You need to actually take the hit. Mew and Geo's mask is a yes. Yeah, these two are yes, but only to like level 20 or 30. Like not maxed out. Don't need to max out these cards. Granting a shield, grant that character unbending. This is also good. It's the only unbending enabler right now, so if you need unbending in your build, level it. If you don't, then don't. This is the curse enabler. It is okay right now. It's not in a good spot because Diligent Perusal, or I don't know what other cards are activated with curse, but none of them are great right now. But curse itself is a good debuff, or a good buff slash debuff, so it's good. But I wouldn't recommend putting it over level 20 or 30 again because you don't need it for that long. You'll probably hit the enemy with another strategy skill within that time frame. Secondary attack hits increase crit rate by a small percentage. Attention to hegemony. I wouldn't level this card because you just wanna use it for the hegemony. You don't really want to use it for the scaling effect. Star Actor. These three cards that grant Star Actor I would do to level 20 or 30 just so that I can reapply it constantly. For me, I only max level full party and Kazuki tension cards, so I'm safe, I think. Yeah, it's smart to save up. It's very smart to save up. So this one, this one's interesting. If you're using Q and you're using like other DPSs in your party, you're using Q or Roku as your tank, and you're paying attention to hegemony, this gives okay crit rate. It's not busted. Like full party and strike zone give so much more crit rate, but it's two cards. This is also a 2-card combo. So honestly, for this 2-card combo, you'd need to be running strike zone and full party already, and then you'd have these attention and hegemony cards, which gives you a little bit more crit rate. But it's a little bit negligible. I would level it up if I were to really lean into that strategy. Use this card on my Q team. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad card. So like this one I would max out if I were to use it to its fullest extent and actually wanted to use it for whatever reason. This is ultimate damage multiplier. Leading wisdom. Easily something you'd max out if you need a flex in the ultimate damage category. Really good if you need that ultimate damage, so it's kind of, it's not a must max out, but it's close to that, so I'd say yes for that one. Resistance of shield granted, no. Just no. When taking damage from an enemy, maybe if you want to get hit. If you're using a strategy where you're getting hit on purpose and healing it back up and then getting hit on purpose again, like every 5 seconds, you're getting a good strategy skill damage increase, honestly. It's pretty goated. Let's say you're using like Semba and you're constantly healing yourself. It's pretty good. But otherwise, if you don't want to lean into that strategy, don't level up this card. Easy. This is a yes. This is one of the good cards, like for secondary attack damage. If you're like leaning into a secondary attack damage build, you kind of need this card. Like you don't need it, but it's very good. It's very consistent. So yeah, it's a good card. This card is EX. You don't really need it ever. I wouldn't recommend it. The Masochist build, yeah. I think the Iraq Chibi card is made for players with skill issues. No, not really, because if you have a skill issue, you'll die. Like, you'll just straight up die. You won't take calculated damage, you know? Fighting with Flames, this is another 3-star card. This is a card I would level if I had it, because it's fun. Not because it's good. It's really fun when you can get it off and pull off the little field. Pretty fun. But it's not goated. Increases ultimate skill damage multiplier by a percentage. At EX, no. This one's goated. It's probably a yes as long as you're doing a burst build, which everyone's doing at the moment. So yeah, level this card. Level this card and level this card. This one is a maybe level. Like if you're using 2 alts, yeah, level it. If you're just using 1 alt, then don't. This one is a must level. Like I'd say always get it to 50. It flexes into many strategies. Like I try to not use it in my builds because I think it's funny to not use it, but realistically it's just one of the best. It's one of the best cards in the game, hands down. So we went through everything. Most of the cards you don't need to level. Honestly, most of the cards you do not need to level. It is what it is. Koishi and Full Party is priority at level 50. I'd say if you got 2 cards to 50, if you were using the ultimate strategy, yeah, like you kind of need this card at level 50, and you kind of want this card at level 50 as well. But I mean, if you're really leaning into the ultimate strategy, it would be like Bombard, Pulsating Life, Leading Wisdom, Clinical, so you would need Stimulation. That's 4 cards. And if you're really leaning into it, let's see, is there anything else that can get ultimate damage? If you're really leaning into it, Painful Swing. So that would give you the most ultimate damage, but no crit rate. At the cost of like not critting much. I don't know if it's great, but whatever. That card plus Kazuki is 30% plus 45% crit rate for free XP. Yeah. So honestly, it depends on if you want the crit rate or not. Which I guess you do want most of the time. EX card is Sag, though. It's a little bit Sag. It's a little bit Sag. It's a sad increase, but it gives you a lot of like damage and you don't rely on crit at all. So it can be interesting, but most of the time you don't get to EX, so it's not that great. Anyway, let's try this build out finally. Let's try the Kazuki build, the funny haha Kazuki build of infinite stamina and infinite memory. Let's do it. Should be interesting. The haha funny. I have infinite stamina now. As soon as we break, we just need to break first. So we broke, so now we should technically have infinite stamina. And infinite memory. As long as you keep attacking. This is funny. It's a pretty funny interaction. The haha, I mash my skill button because it's fun. Build. Okay, let's just finish him. I call this build Shadzuki. Oh crap. I went a little bit too early on the ult. There we go. Backs. She. Kazuki, please. So it's not like for quick kills, but it's fun. It's pretty fun to have infinite stamina. Actually, factually, having infinite stamina is pretty fun, guys. Because you can just keep pressing that skill button. The animation damage is slow, but in the bright side, it's unlimited skill, unlimited power. You know, unlimited power. I'm gonna level up that card and see if it becomes more interesting. Quick kills is needed because the grind makes it easier. Yeah, but if you're just not caring, it's not that bad. Like, people who think that efficiency is everything are boring people. Facts. I'm sorry, Dark Assassin. If you just think about efficiency in a video game, the video game becomes boring. So it doesn't make the people boring per se, but it makes the game boring. If we want quick kills, we default with Inoki or Miyu anyway. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's very few strategies for quick kills, so it is boring. I'm sorry for saying it that way. I didn't mean that people who want to kill quickly are boring. I just mean the strategies are just boring. So I'd rather play strategies that are off meta. Even if it means killing time. Essentially, like, it's okay. So we're gonna level up the off meta strategy because it's funny. Trying to do is sad because it requires the materials we need. Yeah. Oh yeah, I understand, Dark Assassin. I understand. Which creates less timing. Yeah. No, I understand, but that means that you need Chaos Order in order to be efficient. Lol. Lol W. You need a 3-star card in order to be efficient. Or else you're wasting your time playing the game. That's a very toxic way to think about it, I think. Time efficiency for sure, yeah. Let's see. So let's level the haha funny recover stamina every time you hit 20 times card because it's funny. So it is what it is. Like, Chaotic Order is OP-ish. It's the most OP card in the game. It's the best card in the game. Hands down the best card in the game. If you have Chaotic Order, good for you. So we're gonna level up this tension card as much as we can. This is gonna be funny. Remember when I almost ran out of stamina? Well, that won't happen again. Chaotic Order, yeah. If Chaotic Order just gives you so much tension that you can do ults very, very early. Yeah, this card gives an immense amount of stamina every 20 hits, so we're gonna have a very good time. We're gonna eat well. It's not gonna give us any damage whatsoever for now, but it's okay. We're just gonna do this. Okay, I was wondering if I hit 20 times within the time we'd run out of stamina, but we don't. So that's okay. Well, we won't run out of stamina when we go into EX. We're gonna do this. We're gonna wait for our stamina to come back. And I didn't mean EX, I mean when we break, we just will never run out of stamina. Even with all out. This is the power of infinite stamina recovery! Alright, let's go. Let's have some fun. And I failed there, but that's okay. Unless you're a whale or your RNG god, you probably don't have it. Standard banner card. Oh, it's a standard banner card. It's a pay-to-win card. Yeah. Because I'm gonna have to check the list that I have when I come back home. Yeah, it's one of the cards that's really hard to get. It's a 3-star card. It's a standard banner card. If you have it, then you're eating though. Let's restart again. So I don't need to be doing this with low HP, but it's more fun that way anyways. Okay. Then by here we could just stand on one spot and spam this skill. True, it's not only for Kazuki. This build is not only for Kazuki, honestly. But it works best with Kazuki, I think. I think it's very Kazuki coded. Alright, so now we should break again soon. There we go. So we're gonna overclock soon. Oh, let's finish him. That was fun. This is fun. This is what I want in my video games. Infinite spam. Honestly, this is very like specific to tier to this is why I wanted it to happen that way. It's not a glitch. It's intended. It's actually intended. If they remove this from the game, not fun, not very cool, you know? Not cool, devs. If you guys remove this from the game, not cool. I like having infinite stamina. I think Gotanda would be stupid with Gotanda. We can try it. We can try it. He also spams secondary. The only problem with Gotanda is that you only get the the card that's doing additional hits other than Shark is only activated when Gotanda presses the button. This is hilarious and funny. It's fun. It's actually fun. Fun combo. And Gotanda doesn't hit as often as Kazuki does. Like, we could do it, but it wouldn't work as well. Like, I'll try it just to show you guys that it doesn't work. Like, this is definitely mostly a Kazuki build. And if it works with Gotanda, I'll be surprised. That's all I can say. Because Detonator won't be going off as often, and Blade Stance won't be going off as often either. So, like, theoretically, Gotanda shouldn't be having infinite stamina. But we can still try it, because his multi-hit, like, he doesn't hit that quickly. Why dailies has red logo? Didn't do it yet? Yeah, I haven't done my dailies yet. Yeah. I'm noticing weird stuff. No, it's okay. Yeah, and when I do dailies this time, I'm gonna go for TP dailies instead of Kane dailies. But yeah, I don't expect this build to work with Gotanda, but I'll try it anyway for the memes. If it works, I'll be happy, because it's funny. It's fun. With Gotanda, you want to lean in his ultimate damage mostly, because of what his ultimate does. Just realized that the anime version has 23 tribes. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I think this version also has all those tribes. The only reason it's called Tribe 9 is because there's 9 people in a baseball team. Okay. So we want the crit rate 4 on the ultimate damage set. Or do we want to just say haha funny damage on laser, but not, nah, I'm gonna go with a legit set at least. If it works, it's kind of broken. We'll see. Hey Rock, how are you today? Hey Saifu. I hope you all are doing well. I hope that you grab a drink, grab a seat, enjoy the show. We're just doing meme builds. We're not really playing seriously. We're not farming seriously. Because 14 tribes were destroyed by 0, I believe. Oh, okay. Maybe. I wouldn't know that much. Maybe 14 of the cities were, yeah. I don't know that much about the lore. Zero is a big meanie bobini. Alright, so now we have good cards on Gotanda. I'm gonna make sure his ultimate is poofed. It's buffed enough. We can run one less fighting and mention one. In the Wikipedia. Oh, okay, fair. Yeah, but I haven't read the wiki. I think this game will update all the tribes. Yeah, we'll see. I hope the Taito tribe's still in the game. I really want that one character, like Hanafuda, to be in the game. But we'll see. Alright, so infinite stamina Gotanda. Let's see if it works. If it works, it's gonna be fun. It'll take a little bit longer to break too. We have to take that into consideration. So it'll take a while before we get to see the build shine. Okay, let's see. It works. Surprise. It actually works. Gotanda the goat, infinite laser. Yeah, pretty much. Well, it works. Yeah, it works. It's not scuffed. It's a little bit scuffed. It's not as good as Kazuki because he doesn't break as much. It's a little bit scuffed, but it works. Permanently remove hit stop because the use of Shark with character and inbuilt multi-hits makes you feel like you're playing at 10 FPS. That is true, Kaishin. That is true. There is still a little bit of hit stop when you play with a Shark card. It feels bad. It feels bad. And I built Suki as a nuker. So to remove some of the hit stop, by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, like I have a little bit of hit stop removal. It's on options. You just go to the options over here, and in hit stop intensity, you put it to weak. Chadzuki build has a potential for a funny build video. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think I'll make a video on it. Can I build Suki as a nuker? Honestly? Yeah, why not? Why not, Rock? You can do it. If you get enough ultimate skill damage, she does a decent amount of damage with her ult. I can't showcase it because I don't have my cards leveled up enough. Forgive my bad grammar, it's laggy typing on YouTube and I'm playing Tribe 9 at the same time. No worries. No worries about that. Build Suki as a nuker. Yeah, a lot of people do. A lot of people build Suki as their DPS. You just need to give her damage, like ultimate damage, and make it so her ultimate does more damage. I can try it. Like, who would I run as my third character if I was to run Suki as a nuker? If I want to showcase, like, Tsuki damage, I'd probably run, like, a tank. Or someone who can heal so I can activate one of the cards. Yeah. I'll run Yo. I'll run Yo as a support. Or as a DPS so we get a little bit more damage in. Actually, we'll run Yo as a DPS. Yo, Kazuki, and Tsuki for faster tension, faster break. I don't know. I don't mind showcasing it with AG for the extra crit rate. AG gives a little bit more crit. But maybe Kazuki for the faster break, yeah. And you can ult like multiple times pretty quickly with that. I could try it. For the absolute fastest break, I think we're gonna do what was suggested by Shi here. Yo, Kazuki, Tsuki. But then we lose out on the crit rate from AG. And we get some tension from AG as well anyway. Nuker kind of leaves behind crit rate and just Unga Bunga high damage. Yeah. Critical damage multiplier on that. And I don't have the Kazuki card because I don't want to pay for a card right now. Like, if I were to pay for a card, I'd get Chaotic Order. Because it's funny. Chaotic Order, funny. I absolutely despise looking for a loadout of Compatimons. Kazuki tension card is great for Tsuki because it's crit rate. Yeah, exactly. Pretty good. Pretty good. So we're gonna build her like a nuker, so we're gonna put different Compatimons on her real quick. Instead of support, we go for damage. We're gonna put what's on Gotanda on her. So crit rate and that. ultimate damage multiplier. I don't want to pull TCs. Yeah, I'd rather not. Like, the chance of getting a good tension card from the standard banner are really low. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna swap in Katsuki. Or Yo Koronaka, I mean. I'm gonna try it like this for the extra crit rate from AG. We want clinical. You want other ultimate damage boosting multipliers. We can't run Bombard because we're not ulting twice in 10 seconds. This'll help. Hollow will help with our ultimate damage. Which one's Chaotic Order? I don't have it, Dark Assassin. I guess I could try to do a painful swing thing where I get to EX and then ult for the ultimate damage, but I'd rather ult right away. A Leading Wisdom and one more card. I guess full party for the extra crit rate. Good. I think there's two ways we can go with it: a consistent high damage or go boom. Yeah. I'll just go with this. Like, none of these cards, like, okay, full party's at level 40. Leading Wisdom should be at level 40 and Pulsating Life should be at level 40, so that would make it a lot better. So the damage isn't as high as what it is. Maximization or full party. Yeah. Honestly, the best one in the last slot, if I was to go for a control, actually, well, it says it's 15%, but it doesn't seem like it is. Okay, let's just say it actually is 15% crit. Instead of level 40 full party, I think even level 50 full party probably doesn't give like 15% crit. It probably does though, it probably does. So level 50 full party, or like if you're going for like the cheap build, it's probably gonna be not maximization, but power harassment. Power harassment grants control as soon as you break. So we can ult as soon as it breaks up, and we don't have to worry about like countering or anything like that. Alright, let's start the challenge. If my calculations are correct, it should be a fast kill, but we'll see in a second. Because Yo still does damage. Oh, we can't attack normally because we're using the thing that's basically stamina. This is not gonna hit us. We're not afraid of the boogeyman. Boogie, 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 boogie. Let's do it. That did about 200k damage. So you cannot kill in one ult. Maybe getting that EX card's not a bad idea. But it wasn't a crit, so that's also a factor. And I tried to parry that. Oh, I don't have enough stamina to the drain. Try it to Inoki. Yeah, Inoki would do better with it. Like, Inoki would do better. We know that. We already know that. We don't need to test it. I'm just gonna. I want to see if I crit, if it does enough damage, that it's worth it. Because we didn't crit, I don't think. Truthfully, factually, actually, factually, yeah. I think I prefer playing my funny Kazuki build over this. Kazuki with infinite stamina is a lot more fun. What is up with that stamina drain, like the tension drain? I don't know what's draining my tension. I think it's the boss that's draining tension right now, but yeah. Spam one button funny. Yeah. Be me. Spam one button. Have fun. I'm gonna try this build with Kazuki and Yo just to see if we can break quickly enough that it makes it better. Yeah, I don't know how people deal like 1,000,000 damage with Suki, but it's doable. Like, if you have your cards at level 50, you might be able to break that 1,000,000 damage dealing, which would make Suki good, but like, you need 50 cards, and level 50 cards are kind of hard to get. Let's edit our party. Let's put Kazuki in it. Let's use EX tension card. Get rid of this one and use the EX card. The EX funny bat. I just want to deal more damage. I don't care if I don't crit. I just want to deal a little bit more damage. So let's get rid of him. Replace him with Kazuki. Now Kazuki's going on DPS duty. Yo's going on support duty. I'm gonna swap them places a little bit. Iroha. Oh. Tsuki's just budget Mew. Suki is good. It's just you need a little bit more to get her online. Alright, let's put Yo on support duty. And put Kazuki on damage duty instead, because we're going to be operating Kazuki. Not the right menu. Character, there we go. So he's set up for damage, although his Compatamons say otherwise. We're gonna swap his Compatamons with Yo's. He's so good, just need investment to work, yeah. Yeah, if you invest into her, she's good. And you don't have to pay to win, you just have to play to win, basically, at that point. Suki, the tension battery, yeah. Suki is really good, you just have to invest into her and use 2 breakers with her probably. Like, pretty goated. Atimon kawaii. Support 4, support 4. I don't know why I have that last piece on him. I'll get rid of that and replace it with this. And we're gonna go full coordination. We already had full coordination. I guess we weren't doing that much damage, but whatever. Okay. Is Suki Nuker on P1 or P2 better? I don't know what the P means. Oh, potential. I think you still need potential 1, don't you? Yeah, the passive. Yeah, that's what I meant. Passive. I think you still want the passive 1 because you want to be able to do your damage earlier. Let me check what passive 2 does again. Formation shift after execute. Ball. Based on support points. Yeah, I'd still think you'd want passive 1 just so you can ult more often. Or, well, ult earlier on the first one. Although... it's arguable, it's definitely arguable. I think I'm gonna try to put points into fighting instincts though. Like 1 more point in fighting instincts. Instead of coordination. We're gonna put a couple more points into fighting instincts. Okay, 1 point is good enough. Point in coordination. Alright, there we go. This should be slightly better. So we're getting to EX and then we're ulting. Because we want to use Painful Swing to the best of our ability. Although we can just ult right away, but eh. Getting to EX shouldn't take that long. Yeah, getting to EX won't take long at all. He's gonna break soon. There we go. Alright, he should be dead. Even if I don't crit. There was a 300,000 crit. It's not bad. Like, okay, if we hadn't crit, we might have not killed him. Hope to see your attention card tier list soon. It already exists. Like, I could make a new one where only I do it, but it's gonna take a while. I haven't started working on it yet. I don't think it's a very fun video to make anyway. Like, the tension cards aren't that great right now. Most of them aren't that good. So they're all in the same tier. Boom. How much time did that take? I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again because I got hit once. I just want to see how fast the kill is. Because we still need to break twice. To get like the maximum damage for her ult. Alright, let's restart. I just want to do it without getting hit. Oh, it was 103. Okay, I didn't pay attention. Thank you. The 103 is not bad for a kill. Like, it's not a speed kill, but it's whatever. We wouldn't have been able to kill it. Like, if we were to use the ultimate now, it wouldn't finish him off. He should break soon. Wow. I apologize for that. Okay. We still have like a base 50% chance to crit, but that wasn't that bad even though we didn't crit. Like, it just made the run a little bit slower. So even without critting, it's not bad. But it's not great. Like, Tsuki, you need a little bit more to get her going. If we were to do the same build with Inoki, with the same items on Inoki, Inoki would just do better. But the problem would be that we wouldn't be getting our attention as quickly, so we'd have to like, to get to EX, if we wanted to get to EX with Inoki, we'd have to break 3 times instead of 2. So it is what it is. It takes a little bit longer if you don't crit, and that's it. Let's see, what else can we... I think I'm gonna farm efficiently for a little bit, so that I can level the cards up. Boss level 35 and 40. A little bit of HP. There's a HP difference. There's not really much other than that. The drops are similar. I'd say if you can beat the level 35 boss instantly, it's probably better to farm the level 35 boss and the level 40 version of it. But it's up to you. Like, if you can beat the level 40 boss in a decent amount of time, I think it's more worth, because I believe he drops more materials. I can test it though. I can test to see like how many materials of each you get with each boss, out of curiosity. I'll just replace my party members with what I actually want. So we're keeping Yo, keeping Tsuki, and we're bringing in Miu. Miu is better for Brave Diver in general. Level 40 boss, I got ×5 purple. Ooh, interesting. Since you're going for 3 bar, wouldn't it be better to do a mix of passive 1 and passive 2 since you don't get 4 bars of tension on Tsuki? That's true actually, yeah. Yeah, maybe Shane. If I was going for Tsuki damage. Now we're gonna go for Mew damage because it's just all around better. I could see like a mix of P1 and P2 giving you a little bit more damage since we were going for 3 bars, but yeah. Did they make Kazuki shorter than the anime? I'm not sure. Not sure, Deneb. I could check his height, but I'm pretty sure his height in the anime matches the height in the game. By the way, welcome in everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. We're just well, right, we were testing stuff out. Now we're going to the tried and true method of defeating stuff really quickly. Just for the sake of getting more Kane so we can make our meme builds happen a little bit more easily. So we can make our meme builds a little bit more viable, actually. Level 25, 45 boss, I got ×5 purple. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if you can get the same drops from the level 35 boss as the level 40, but we'll test it out. Maybe on the level 40 boss you get a little bit more gold drops, for all I know. Okay, so we have the right team comp. I'm not gonna use the EX card. And I might not use all out either, just so we can crit more often. Gonna get rid of these two. We're just gonna replace it with the tried and true method. Going full party. Oh, whoops, my bad. Do we want to go the Bombard build? Because Bombard's pretty consistent. So we get rid of clinical. Actually, yeah. Instead of running Yo, we're gonna run someone else and use Bombard. We're gonna run Senju. Use Bombard. And as for our last item, we just want Strike Zone. Have that crit rate. Level up the stamina card to 50. Oof. That'd be unnecessary, actually. It's already good enough. It already gives us infinite stamina. They're about this. It's like 1 drop more on level 40 and maybe 2. It's a bit RNG on both. Yeah. Alright, so we're replacing Yo with Kazuki. Or not Kazuki. Wow, I'm so dumb. Senju. Because Senju has a 1 bar ultimate and Miu has a 1 bar ultimate, so you can combo them really easily. And it uses the Bombard card effectively. Okay. Would be funny. Yeah. Sometimes I get more from 35 than 40. Yeah, sometimes you get more, but I think that you have a higher chance of getting more from 40. I'm not sure. Like, there has to be a reason to fight the level 41, in my opinion. Otherwise, it's kind of useless. How to break your account. Okay, let's go to character. Put the right compatibles on Miu. I just want to make sure I have the right passives first. Okay, that's good. We're gonna put the ones that are on Ira on her. Okay, there we go. Now we want full support on Tsuki and full support on Senju. So we're gonna put the Trickster set on Tsuki for some support points. Two years later, we got the support set on Tsuki. It was a good year. It was a very good year. I'm gonna check, see if there's a support 4 piece that we have for the Trickster set, so we can have full support 4 and Tricks. Otherwise, I'll just use the support 2 piece that we found earlier. Or whatever is the best one. Support 2 plus. Okay, this is the best one. Oh, we're just gonna go for a support 4 piece. Matter which. 4 plus is good. Now we have as much support as we want. We want to put more points in coalition. There we go. And that should be 166. That's good enough. Alright, now we're gonna run Senju as a support as well, so put support pieces on him. And ultimate efficiency as well, so this is really good. We need one ultimate efficiency piece on Senju. Adding Patamon presets plus filters and just QOL, it's absolutely necessary. It's because we're swapping a lot that it's a glaring issue, honestly. If we weren't swapping a lot, like normally you don't swap your Patamons that much. You know, I guess. I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest. I don't know what they were thinking. Killed 10 plus bossing at the time. Yeah, the time we spent switching Patamons on this stream, we could have killed like 10 plus bosses. Yeah, that's... I agree with you there. I think it's a glaring issue. Most definitely. I think all our Patamons look pretty cool, except for this one. This one looks kind of lame. This one looks kind of cool. They're twins. They're twinning. Look at them. They're twinning. These I think we have this almost the same Patamons on these two guys. They're twinning. Alright, anyway. Let's continue. I think we're ready to kill. Going in for the kill. We're doing it for the thrill. Honestly, this is I don't like speed killing that much, so it is what it is. It's just not impressive. It's not very fun. But we're gonna do it because we need Kane. Like anyone can do this, really realistically, as long as they have the right setup. Go. Okay, so Muse ult isn't ready yet, so I'm not gonna use it. He's moving slightly. He might move out of the way. There we go. So that's a speed kill. It's not that bad. Like it was probably a 30 to 40 second kill. 43, yeah. Do we bench Senju here if we're not Geoless? I don't know if Geo would help that much because you wouldn't break as quickly, but even if you don't break as quickly, it would probably be better because you get that the defense reduction. Like Geo would be useful on this team instead of Senju. I don't know how fast Geo can break though. Senju's really fast at breaking. Need to wait for Mew's ult to go off. There we go. So yeah, the main reason I don't run this team most of the time, like if I'm not farming Kane, is because I'd rather play a different team and figure stuff out than play the things that everyone's playing. Essentially. Is there a way to farm TP that isn't chests? No. You pretty much have to farm chests to get TP. You can also do your dailies for TP. The other way to farm TP is kind of chest related as well, though. It's called doing booster runs and then doing the chests inside of the dungeons. That will give you a lot of TP too. Bombard is goat cheese on this setup. Yeah, Bombard is really good in this setup. Let's see. We need to do our dailies, so I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna do Happy Worker. This deliver USB drive. So we're gonna do 3 TP dailies. I haven't done these dailies, so I don't know exactly how to do them. I've done like the other ones a bunch of times, but not these ones. Request to find the director. Zoom in. This. Boop a doop. Alright, what do we need to do? Talk to them? Okay, that was easy. That was an easy 25,000 TP. Alright, on to the next one. Why TP dailies? We still need Kane for TC leveling. Yeah, but TP is harder to get. Like the thing is, I can farm Kane by defeating boss. I cannot farm TP that easily. I think TP is a little bit harder to get. Since we're not doing like chests today, we did chests yesterday. We did all the luxurious chests yesterday. And the luxurious chests I think spawn every couple of days, so we're gonna do all the luxurious chests tomorrow. I saw you got another Kazuki and just 1 multi. Meanwhile, I spent like 13 multis and got 1 guaranteed one. Yeah, Pale God, I got lucky. I got lucky. I just did it for the memes. I did it for the meme. Makes sense, yeah. Can't you just spam double Mew ult for Bombard? You can do that, Jing, but the problem with that is that you need to charge it up again, and if you do this, you don't have to charge up your ult twice. Your ult needs bar to be full, yeah. It doesn't need the bar to be full, but it's nice, yeah. It's nice that the bar would be full for the damage, yeah. For it to do like absolutely good damage, you need the bar to be full. I have been contemplating whether to get ice cream or to buy the battle pass. That's a tough bet, bro. Like honestly, ice cream is pretty goated. Pale God, ice cream's pretty goated. Go for battle pass, but ice cream though. If you have ice cream is forever, battle pass expires soon. Honestly, the battle pass is probably not a bad bet. Like if I think about it thoroughly. But like if you want ice cream though, I mean, ice cream. Ice cream's ice cream. I love ice cream. Just gonna grab this valuable chest as well because we're anyway. TP. The TP dailies so far have been pretty easy, but I don't think there's a hard daily to do. TP has a lot of TP and Kane though, less grind. Yeah. Yeah, Battle Pass alleviates a lot of grind. At the beginning it's really good. The end of the Battle Pass is kind of eh. But I mean, the beginning gives you a good boost of TP and Kane. Three ice cream tubs in my fridge. I'm being biased. Oh, maybe you want the TP then. Or the Battle Pass, not the ice cream, if you have 3 ice cream tubs already. But ice cream's pretty goated though. Alright, let's fulfill our support contract. Our support. So we're not gonna do boosters farming for a while because we're mostly doing the TP battle pass, and then we're just doing some farming of our own. I think I'm gonna aim to max out the well, not max out, but to get every card I have in this build to level 40 because this build is pretty goated. Ice cream over cake for sure. I prefer cake over ice cream. I got some coat tailored and I spent $100 for that already. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Yeah, things do be expensive. Things do be expensive. So yeah, we're gonna get pulsating life to level 40. We're gonna get leading wisdom to level 40. Not strike zone. Like I don't care for strike zone really, but pulsating life and leading wisdom need to be 40 so we can do stuff with Inoki. But I respect your taste. Godspeed. Fair enough. I don't know, my taste in cake is pretty good. I like ice cream cake a lot, so it's a combination of both. Immune ult is almost up. Here we go. I wish I had T3 or T5 Mew so I could charge my ult a little bit faster so I could not have to wait every time. That would be nice. It would save a bit of seconds. It would save a little bit of time. Knockoff Ben and Jerry type of ice cream since last December. Oof. Sounds like a good time though. Sounds like a good time. I'm thinking of making the Katsuki video soon, so in order to prepare for that, I will be farming this for a while so that I can level up the cards to really see the build's full potential. Like, getting all the cards to 40 on that build is more interesting than getting these cards to 40, to be honest. When the devs do see the infinite stamina, they might get rid of the build entirely though. The build won't work anymore once the devs see that we can do it. So I don't know if it's a good idea to post a video about it. Because it's a toxic build. Chadzuki infinite skill build. Yeah, the Chadzuki infinite stamina, infinite memory build. I don't know if I want to post it because I don't want it to go away. I don't want it to be taken away from me. Devs are no fun if they do that. Yeah, exactly. It would be no fun. But I mean, I understand why they would do it. Oh, I should probably ult. No need to rush this build. You already are one-shotting everything. Yeah, I don't really need to like level up this build more than it already is leveled. So I think I'm gonna level up the build that doesn't one-shot. Like level up the cards in the build that does not one-shot is probably a better idea in the long run anyway. So there's no reason to level up the cards right now. Always see the rewards for Tsuruko event before I buy the battle pass. Ooh, yeah, we'll see. They created the stamina card for a reason. I doubt they'll nerf it. I think they will nerf it. I think they will heavily nerf that card. It is kind of strong. Within reason. Within the nice build. It's so niche. Yeah, it is very niche. But it is so strong in the right build. No, not one man should have all that stamina, you know what I mean? I mostly want the 10 synchro medals, yeah. But yeah, got it, Pale God, if you want to see the build, I could show it, but I kind of want to farm the Brave Diver a little bit more first, because like swapping builds all the time is such a waste of time. Essentially, it's just a build where we use Kazuki and we have infinite stamina, infinite memory, and it's funny. Except Kazuki, yeah. It makes Kazuki look pretty strong. Kazuki with his tension card along Tsuruko and Miyu is the strongest team right now, it seems. Maybe. I like doing off-meta builds. I just don't care for like some of the tension cards. I don't care for 3-star tension cards much, to be honest. Because they're hard to get and they're like money cards. Like you have to pay to get them pretty much. Like you can get them as a free player, but then you're like messing your account over character-wise a little bit, unless you pay. So I think it's better to just pull for characters and not tension cards if you're free to play. Like a 3-3-star team with a 3-star tension card though, Pale. Yeah. Yeah, it's just it reeks of money. I don't really like money that much. It's an AG team. It's definitely an AG coded team. For those who don't know, AG Todoroki is the rich guy in the game. I'm not a fan of that. I prefer builds that are like more budget friendly. Strongest I've seen is Iroha team with 24 mil damage. That's crazy. Probably level 50 tension cards though. A lot of grinding required. If I had been efficient with my grind, it wouldn't have been that bad. The filthy rich guy, yeah, exactly. I could have ulted and killed him already, but I didn't do it. I'm dumb. Here we go. You prefer Yo solo like yesterday? Yeah. Honestly, I prefer to solo bosses with characters or do really slow runs in general. I don't really like speed running that much. It's not fun for me. Not because I'm not good at it. Like, it's not hard to be good at speed running. You just have to level up the right cards. Just level up the right cards and have the right characters set up. Oh, yeah, you can kill the boss in 9 seconds. Woo, whatever. What, big whoop. Honestly, big whoop. Like, the only thing that was impressive was the first time that that was done, but afterwards it's just a repetition. Yeah, I don't think speedrunning's a big deal in this game. Because it pretty much requires you to buy cards. Favorite team is Naked Yo Solo. Yeah, exactly. Naked Yo Solo is the best team in the game. Hands down, S tier. I don't know, but in general, like, I'm dogging on speedrunning, but it's good for farming Kane. I'm dogging on it, but it's good for farming Kane, though. It's definitely good for farming Kane. Like, I wish I had chaotic order so I could do this faster, so I could get my Kane, so I could actually play the builds I want to play. You know what I mean? Like, it's a means to an end. It's a means to an end. Like, right now we're doing it relatively slow with what we have, but I don't mind. When I see chaotic order description, it's every time you get hit, you get tension. And there's another clause to it, I forgot. But yeah, I'll pull it up. Hold up. Why would they nerf the stamina card if they can't nerf that if they can nerf that pay to win card? I don't know why they would nerf the stamina card, but once they see the video of infinite stamina happening, it's gonna be problematic in the future. When the fights are longer and harder, infinite stamina and infinite memory will reign supreme. I'm just kidding, by the way. I'm being heavily sarcastic. Even though I didn't sound sarcastic, I meant to be sarcastic. I think it's kind of a bad card, yeah, in general. It's just a fun card. So chaotic order, okay. We have 280. We could sell some of our, technically we could sell some of our cards and try to get chaotic order just for the sake of having it. So at the start of battle, you get 5 stacks of this order on everyone, which whenever you counterattack successfully or evade, you get 1 stack. Every member gets an extra stack. It gives you like pretty good crit rate right there. But the clause is when the operating character takes damage, recharge allies tension by a number, and enemy's tension will recharge 2 times faster. So the way you use this is you use like Roku or someone who wants to get hit. You get hit intentionally, you recharge your tension, but bam, you're winning. But bam, you're winning. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If you have this card maxed out, it's really good. Yeah, what I don't like about this game is a bit grindy. They need to release the TP from or money riff. Yeah, they need to make a TP slash Kane riff, like one that just gives like really good chests, and that's it. And you don't get anything else. That would be really nice, so we could actually grind that stuff more efficiently. By the way, I feel bad. Anyone who gets the Minato Tribe Bomber card, I feel bad for you. Things to hold on to is not working properly right now, but once it does, it's going to be even better. So look forward to things to hold on to working better, guys. Because it wasn't good enough already. Anyway, I'm going back to grinding. He was actually good with this card. Ba-bam. Honestly, Q doesn't want to get hit. Like, Roku can block the hits at least, so that's why I think it would be good on Roku. It's good on AG too. Dodge or the slow time card? I don't think anyone's using it for any reason. It would be a meme thing to do. Like, it would be something I would do for fun. Like, the slowdown time cards I would do for fun, especially if I had the third one. Like, the one that's slowdown time on counter, I would use it for fun. Kazuki card is in the shop already. Yeah, it already is. Wait, what's wrong with things to hold on to? Right now it's bugged, so certain things, certain hits don't proc it. But they're gonna make it so every single hit procs it. So it's gonna be better, it's not gonna be worse. The only card that's bugged right now that's going to be worse is Diligent Perusal. So Diligent Perusal is a card that makes your multi-hit attacks stronger. Right now it's making them twice as strong as it should normally. So if you have like the bonus of the curse, you get like 3 times as strong as instead of 2 times. So it's a pretty busted card right now, but it's not overpowered at all. I don't know why they're nerfing it. They could have just increased the values, to be honest. RIP Tsuki DPS. Rest in peace, Tsuki DPS. We miss you and we will miss you. I'm actually sad for Diligent Perusal cards. I use that card. Yeah, me too. I used to use it. I used it in a build. It was fun. It's still not a good card. Even if it's like phantom buffed. It was fine. Yeah, it was fine the way it was. Honestly, they could have just increased the values to match whatever the bug was, and it would have been fine. We will miss Tsuki DPS. It will not exist anymore. I'm just kidding. Tsuki DPS is still going to be pretty freaking goated. Just need to use a different card combination. Like, Diligent Perusal is not it. Although it's still good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still good. It's just not as good as it should be. Chaotic order, and now I see why it's OP. Yeah. I just showed it to you guys, but yeah, it is what it is. Honestly, it's OP because it gives disorder to everyone. It gives crit rate. It's like a disorder enabler. It's also an enabler for tension. So it's a double whammy. It's a little bit annoying because it's a little bit of an inting strategy, but if you int properly, you win. Alright, so we're gonna do one more. Then we'll see if we can level up some cards. I don't know how much Kane I have though. I think we need to do a lot more kills before we can actually level up cards properly. Max Ascension Bombard, I want to know if it's worth trying to farm for. No, I have it at 40. So it's almost max, but I don't have it at 50. I don't know if it's worth farming for at 50. Intent track works in every game. Yeah. I don't know about that statement, but it works in this game for sure. Not level copies. Okay, let's see what we have for oofs. Just to watch the Brave Diver getting nuked. Hey, Tainted Fusion. Yeah, we're just nuking the Brave Diver. That's the only reason to tune in right now. I could be doing other things, but I want to level up my cards more efficiently, so it has to be nuked. We're gonna sell the mats, and then we'll see if we can level up another card. Definitely works on League. Yeah. So we have 48,000 Kane. That's probably enough to get a card up. Let's see what we want to level. I'd say right now, I think we were using... Okay, we're not using it in this build. But All Out would be fun to level, so I'm gonna level that card out next. Actually, getting Blade Stance to 40 would be fun as well, but getting All Out to 30 is kind of important. I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna do this. Cap unlocked. We can get it to 30. We can get it to 22. Sad days, guys, sad days. At least the level cap is unlocked now. Then the Kazuki Chibi card. We could have done that, but I don't really... I want to work on the other build, not really on this one. Now that I thought about it, like, it's not like we'll be killing the boss faster, because what's limiting us from killing the boss faster is Miyu getting her ultimate ready. So I want to get the all-out card up, I want to get the Blades Dance to 40 as well, and I want to get the Shark card to 40. I think our Shark card is at 20. Not entirely sure what the Shark card's at. Okay, it's at what, 30. So I want to get the Shark card to 40, Blades Dance to 40, all out to 40. We want to get... I think Mastery at 20 is good enough. Mastery at 20 is good enough. What was the last card in that build? The card dupe's not leveled. Oh, okay, fair. Oh, my bad, my bad. The Kazuki card? You have another dupe for that card? Looking. We have another dupe for this one. I don't see the Kazuki card. I'm blind. Blinded by the light. Alright, it's in our deck, that's why I don't see it. So, okay, we can't do that one. It's at the top. Yeah, it's at the top. I was looking for it at the bottom because it's usually at the bottom, but anyway, it was at the top because we are at that point. Offense. I wonder what the last card of our build was. I forgot. Of our meme build. I know there was Mastery, and I know there was Detonator, Blades Dance, and All Out. But I forgot what the last one was. Oh yeah, to activate Detonator, we had Power Harassment, I think. I think we had Power Harassment in there. So I might want to get Power Harassment to 30, but my priority is getting All Out to 40, Blades Dance, and Detonator to 40. That's our priority right now. I think that would help a lot. Getting All Out to 30 is probably what we're gonna do first, and then we'll do 40 on All Out because it just gives damage to everything all the time. Getting All Out to 40 would be really, really nice first, and then maybe getting so maybe getting this up would be funny. I think getting the Shark to 40 first, so getting the Shark to 40, then Blade Dance to 40. And then maybe Power Harassment to 30. I don't think we need to get Mastery up any more than it already is. It already gives a disgusting amount of stamina. It's already really good. Alright, so let's continue Brave Diver killing. Killing. We just need to kill the Brave Diver like 1,000 times. It's not a big deal, guys. Honestly, farming Kane is not that bad. It's pretty easy. Just need to kill the Brave Diver so many times. And we might get Brave Diver cards, which we can use to disassemble, so it's not that bad. But we have like a 5% chance of getting a card every time. I think I'm going to take a break from streaming, watch the anime while I farm, and then I'll make a video on the topic once I've reached a certain point. Like I'll be farming this for the next like 4 hours off stream. Honestly, whilst watching the Tribe 9 anime, because why not? It's a good anime. I'll just watch the full episodes that are on the Anyone channel on YouTube whilst doing this. So I thank you guys for dropping by. We will be streaming again later in about 5 hours. I'll try to release a YouTube video before then and also take a nap. So it's gonna be a pretty crunchy day. It's gonna be a busy day. But yeah, just mostly busy because I need to farm the Kane so I can get the cards up so I can make the video happen. That's okay, because that's the life of playing Tribe 9. My attention span could never. Yeah, Kane inflation. Kane inflation, guys. Kane inflation. So I thank you all for dropping by. I hope you all have a wonderful day. If you liked the talks that we've had, if you've enjoyed the content so far, feel free to subscribe. I post videos mostly every day. Sometimes I skip days, but I try to post every day. All Tribe 9 related content. And we will be having a Discord at 500 subs. So yeah, W stream, heck yeah. Bye bye. Thank you very much for dropping by. We'll have a Discord server at 500 subs, and I'll also release a special video not Tribe 9 related, just for the memes at that point as well. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Peace.